start with some multiplication. Now the thing with one of the big differences here is our decimal point won't always land where it was, but rather we'll have as many places after the decimal as there were cumulatively in our two factors. So vocab, two factors multiplied gives us a product. We'll take this place value by place value once again. 2 times 2 is 4. As I said, the cumulative number of decimal places is what represents what comes out in the end here. So we get 2 decimal places. We'll have 2 decimal places in our answer. Keep that in mind. 2 times 8 now gives us 16. As before with the addition, we've got to carry anything that goes over 9, over 10, I suppose. 2 times 6 is 12, plus the 1 is 13. Carry the 1, 2 times 5 is 10, plus 1 is 11. And as I said before, 2 decimal places, our decimal lands there. Now we come to an example in which our second factor actually has more than one order of magnitude, more than one digit. Now, in the end, we're going to have that 30 times the whole first factor, as well as 4 times the first factor, and that's essentially how we keep track of this on paper. All right. So we'll start, as we did with our addition and subtraction, with the smaller parts first, though it's not as essential here. We'll do our multiplication with the 4, and then we'll do the multiplication with the 30, not the 3. So 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 8 is 32. That 2 goes here, 30 up here, or 3 up there. 4 times 6 is 24, plus 3 more is 27. 4 times 5 is 20, plus 2 is 22. And we have 2 decimal places. So that's 4 times our first number. Now we need to consider the 30 times the first number. Now if I multiplied this number by 30, it'd be like multiplying it by 3 and then multiplying by 10. Or better, multiplying by 3 and adding a 0 on the end. So what we're going to do is simply add the 0 now, and then we can record things as though we're multiplying by 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 8 is 24. Here perhaps you may want to get rid of your old carrying numbers. So at 24, we'll get a 2 there. 3 times 6 is 18, plus 2 is 20. 3 times 5 is 15, plus 2 is 17. And again, 2 decimal places. We add these together, we'll get the product of 4 times our first factor, plus 30 times our first factor. And there we have it. Now what if our second factor includes a decimal part? That is to say, it's got wholes and parts. We will operate just as we did with a whole number second factor, though our final answer will have, as always, the cumulative number of decimal places. That is to say, it will have 2 plus 1, or 3 decimal places. Let's do 14. 2 times 7 is 14. 7 times 8 is 56. Plus 1 is 57. 7 times 6 is 42. Plus 5 is 47. 7 times 5 is 35. Plus 4 is 39. And now, to put our decimal place in, we'll have, as I said, 2 plus 1, 3 decimal places. Next power, or next space, next place value. As before, we'll add a 0, and then we'll multiply by each of those. And conveniently, it's just multiplying by 1. And then, as before, we'll add our two products to get our final answer. So our overall answer is 96.59.